Now meet Grace Tame. Now Grace Tame recently met the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese on Australia Day. And for those overseas, Australia Day is on the 26th of January. So just a couple of weeks ago. And she wore a t-shirt which was F to Rupert Murdoch. Another interesting image here of Grace, and nearly CC in the background there, on the masonry in the background. The old I'm in distress. And here at the tennis, getting very enthusiastic. Yes, here she is on Australia Day. We'll do this one so we're more YouTube friendly. You never know what they might pick at me about. But here's Anthony and Grace. What a strange image for Australia Day now. He was said to not be that happy about it. But let's face it, how would he have let it go on? Of course he knew all about it. All nice little stage drama. And we have the Murdoch Mysteries and Dr. Emily Grace. Wearing a coat and tie there. Here's Emily here. Looks a bit like some rock star like Pat Benatar or something. The hairstyle. And those 80s dance, punk dance, disco sort of stars. And then just the other day, Rupert Murdoch in the Oval Office as Trump shakes up trade ties with Mexico and Canada. And a 25%. Now we know that that's pretty interesting. And Claudia, we've talked about her, old Shin Bohm. Of course, like 21. There's another 3 here, the 30. And Justin Trudeau, a true and a true with Trump, both for Thor, of course. And here is Rupert sitting in the office as he's doing the executive orders for thing. And we had Joe Ellis at the other day there at Washington in the story, and this is Larry Ellis on with Rupert. So the Ellis and Murdoch, very interesting character. I used to have one song, Murdoch is the Antichrist, I can remember I sang years ago. And here they are together, selling quite a formidable idea, Murdoch and Trump. And I did notice that the word corpse was, it might have just been corp or whatever it was here, but it was definitely corp. Could have been corpse, he was hiding, yes, maybe. But the corpse, same idea. And he nearly is, isn't he? It's amazing how he keeps going, enough to be here. But are they even there? Are they just implanted in with AI? One would never know. But seem to be there on the Mexicans signing and doing the Mexican standoff deals. Now, funny enough, there's a legend of a near Murdoch, a Madoc, which the way language go, that's close enough in some ways. But look how it's got about the Welsh Indians, so Welsh people of Indian descent. Right there for us, but scrolling down the page here, that'll be for another video. We have Madoc Owain here, the Wayne, and they're talking about pre-Columbus. And this story was used by in the Elizabethan era to say, look, we claim this over Spain because of Madoc. So that's an interesting part of the story anyway. And then you have the Welsh Indians here were credited as construction of landmarks in Midwestern United States. A number of white travellers were inspired to search for them. The Madoc story has been subject of much fantasy in the context of pre-Columbian trans-oceanic contact theories. No archaeological, linguistic or other evidence of Madoc or his voyage has been found in the New or Old World, but legends connect him with certain sites such as the Devil's Backbone on the Ohio River near Louisville, Kentucky. That's where all the bourbon comes from, of course. So, as you can see, fascinating stories in history with a name similar to Murdoch and connecting to the United States. And there's David again. It was led by David. Another David. There's always a David somewhere around, isn't there? Yes, and this bit about the claim to the New World is interesting, and that Humphrey Llwyd's Chronica Wallay, an English adaptation of the Brut tu Wasogaon. Very hard to pronounce these things, but I did the best I can. John D. John D comes up again, as always. And so he's linked to the Lord Madoc idea and this idea of the tit, the le titler royal to Queen Elizabeth in 1580. So yes, quite interesting here. According to D, not only Madoc but also Brutus of Troy and King Arthur had conquered lands in America, and therefore the heir Elizabeth had a priority claim there. So interesting out of John Dee's ideas there, connecting to America and the Murdoch, the Madoc. Yes, inhabited Terra Florida, or thereabouts, in 1107, mind you. A bit codey, isn't it? But Florida, of course, linking to the big Don himself at Mar-a-Lago. And episode 1.566. Interesting. They couldn't have had that many episodes. 1,566, surely. But 1988, folks, on the Grouse 12. Interesting enough. And who is it? Mr. Murdoch and Fergus spend the night in the cells after a drinking session. And Dougal, it's like in that magic roundabout, interrupted by his mother, Lady William. And there was another William there, I don't know whether you noticed in the page there before, about the Madoc story. And organising the big house like the pyramid idea. The Purr. So they take the high road. And we know that all the tea people definitely taking the high road idea. Now, in DuckTales, as you can see here, we have Murdoch McDuck. He's one of Scrooge McDuck's ancestors, twin brother of Danny. Daniel cum Doniel McDuck, a member of Clan McDuck. The fight for Castle McDuck. Thanks to for the blessed bagpipe. And if there's been a weird band in the last 20 years or so, Gorillaz definitely takes the cake. Let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel, etc. And look, it's got a Murdoch in the mix there. And Fost. An interesting idea together, Murdoch and Fost. Self-proclaimed leader and founder of Gorillaz. Yes, so we've just had another royal birth. Beatrice has given birth. And the name of the child is Athena. Now, I found this article just from a few years ago about the modern Athenas in Trump's America. Now, Athena is seen as a figure who's a dutiful woman, like the Martha idea, subservient to men. And you've got a lot of stories written about her, of course. But don't let the fact that she's female fool you. Athena, goddess of Greek mythology, daughter of Zeus, is no friend to women. So this idea has been put out now of these sort of women. So this is the role model for them. And here we have Beatrice and the uterus-free procreation system. It's an interesting bit in this here. That is for certain, and this is now the name of the royal baby. Yeah, see, against the great mother religion ideas. It's a conduit for mythologizing the patriarchy, create a lineage of believers who think, and even today, look at restrictive abortion laws all over the USA map, that women are incubators at best. So this is going to come into play a lot in Trump's period, this Athena business. And I found this story about Beatrice and Athena. With this picture here, the D graph. And the Langans, like serpent lang. Continue reading. The 666 Royal. And 45 like Trump. So born on January 22 at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital. How could you be born at 2 hospitals? That's a bit interesting. I have to look at that a bit more. Overjoyed at the arrival of the baby. The name Athena might become more popular. I love the goddess names, but I'm not sure if it comes as too much, if you know what I'm saying. And this is the picture they put up. Now, what can we say here? Isn't that a very odd picture indeed to ever put up? They're not showing the faces of any of these kids. So some strange thing, and they've said they've named it because of Philip was the Greek idea. Charming choice. Fan of the classics. Name was empowering. Some strange lady, according to the bump. Well, we know I've talked about that bump many a time. And here it is. The bump is here in this story. And she is the goddess of wisdom, which is equivalent to Sophia, of course. And look at the warfare prowess and the craft. Similar to Sophia, yes, and we know the cult of Civil and what goes along with that, the priesthood, the G-A-L-L-I's. So pretty interesting, the bump. Yes, so we have 12:57 given time here. 12:12, 3 and 3. Beatrice, age 36. And the daughter are both doing well. And Athena's older siblings are Wolfie and Sienna, of course. The one that they never showed the head with the big hat on. And the big change. And the word terrifying here is enough. Here's a little who's who in their little charade here. There we go, James Earl of Wessex. See, there's a whole lot we don't know about too much in the back. Oh, look, this one's August too. There's your Austin and August, which you've seen a lot. Mia, Lena and Lucas. Some pretty interesting little names that they give these people. George, Charlotte and Lewis, there they are. They hang around with Wolfie. We've seen some pictures of that. Yes, a very interesting picture, and as we can see, it has a nice dose of the red hair. So I'll be looking at this a bit further and come back in a video probably on B and C, as it were, as I'll be able to delve a bit harder. Alright, thanks very much.